and Silver Blaze, a great yellow book written by Laurie Porges, illustrated by David Cockcroft. Summertime blues. Hot summer was here. The beaches were blazing hot. The parks were packed, but Miguel was stuck working at his family sandwich shop. To make it even worse, his 7-year-old sister was driving him crazy. Teresa, Miguel shouted, get the toy off the counter. I just cleaned it. You're bossy, she said, swimming all her fingers into her arm. Teresa was obsessed with her horses. Maybe if you played with me, you wouldn't be in a bad mood. Playing with horses? Miguel said as he stared out the window. Wouldn't make me feel any better. You're a meanie, she mumbled, with no imagination. Miguel rolled his eyes and glanced around the shop to see his mom chatting with the only customer that was out making deliveries. Teresa was in back his horse land. It might be the perfect time for Miguel to take a little shift into the loft. During the school year, Miguel had discovered an old chest full of magical books in the loft of the back room. They belonged to his great-grandfather, a magician called the Great Galero. After reading a few of these books, he had been transported into the story as one of the characters. So far, he became Miss Franklin's grandson and Hercules' bare feet. He also battled a monster on the moon and rounded up cattle in the Old West. He couldn't wait to see what the Great Galero's book had in store for him next. After scrubbing up the letter, Miguel found a miniature golden statue of a horse on top of the chest. Oh no, he whispered. Teresa had found the books too. She prayed that she didn't find them as he carefully tossed the statue to the floor. It slid across a small room and waggled down on the ladder. A book from the chest awaited him. The Memoirs of Sherlock Holmes, Miguel Mystery, and Sherlock Holmes was a famous detective. Miguel read the first paragraph and nothing happened. Usually, the word mixed itself up just before it mysteriously went into the story. Miguel read the whole first page, but remained in the loft. He hung his head, thinking that maybe the magic was gone. Mystery all the more. Frustrated, Miguel tossed the book in the black chest. Footsteps padded on the floor below him. He peered down but saw no one, so he tried to catch a glimpse of the golden horse that had filled the loft, but saw nothing. The black room was unusually quiet. Before Miguel clamped down the letter to check things out, the Sherlock Holmes book opened in front of him. The page flashed forward and back until the book opened to page 185. The Adventure of the Silver Blaze. Miguel read. I tried one more time. It's got to work. Miguel read. I'm afraid, Watson, that I shall have to go, said Holmes. Go where to? To Dogwood King's Pilot. Miguel felt a shiny breeze on his neck, and the world began dancing around the page. That was my wonder that ready up case has extraordinary surprise. I, in only base with this was indeed. Miguel opened his eyes to find a man standing next to him, with a tweed coat, a red cap with ear flaps, and smoking a pipe. Sherlock Holmes, Miguel thought. Miguel glanced down at himself, dressed in a grey suit with a black top hat upon his head. He could only guess what he became. Dr. Watson, Holmes said. Miguel jumped. Still with us? He asked, as two other men appeared behind him. Miguel looked at the train, trudging away down the tracks, caught his attention. Welcome, said a small man along the sideboard. I'm Colonel Ross, and this is Inspector Geography. Holmes shook their head. Meet Dr. Watson, my college friend and colleague. Miguel grasped the inspector's hand. Watson, "Do you remember I told you the corridor rose odor of the missing champion horse Silver Blaze?" Tom said. "The girl, don't worry. I'm in charge of the case in here, in the dark vault, in the inspector." "Nice to meet you." But Gallagher Holmes didn't expect too much out of it, because he didn't have a clue of what was going on in this book. As the group bumped down the road in a small carriage, Miguel tried to gather a few facts from their conversation. The carriage stopped, taking note. "Was an asshole." "Try to keep up, sir," Miguel said, as he stepped out in front of the red brick villa. "That more, I presume," said Holmes. The sun began to set, transforming the sloping land into a goldish field, and the casting shadows, the fading foams, lighting the glow curves of the board. "What is that cluster of houses to the west?" "Corridor," asked Holmes. "Merely stable," the colonel answered. "Oh, your competitions," Holmes said. Colonel Ross led the man across the moor to where the traitor's body was found. Holmes compared the tracks in the mud with the shoes from the victim. "The curse at the Mackenzie's horse. No tracks anywhere," said the inspector. "I checked on the ground from 100 yards in the right direction myself. I still like to take a little walk before the darkness creeps upon us," Holmes said. "We already alternated the people who lived in more about the handsome reward," the inspector said, "but we've heard nothing so far." "Follow me, Watson," Hall said. "Let's imagine what would have become of the horse if he'd broken away after the tragedy. He might have gone back into the King's Pie or Babel stables instead of running wild on the moor." Miguel followed Holmes further on the darkening moor. "Could the people who lived nearby have already taken him?" Miguel said. "They have no interest in stolen horse, and wish not to be bothered by police," Holmes said. "Now, take this." Holmes said and tossed Miguel the two horses he used to compete for the tracks. "Good luck." "Imagine there are more tracks out there," Holmes says. "I'm afraid the inspector's geography's main weakness that he does not think too much with his imagination." Miguel wondered if maybe Holmes suffered with an overreactive imagination, like his sister, Teresa. Holmes went off to the left. Miguel to the right. The skies swept like a chilly cloud down. Miguel smiled like a spider. Owls screeched at Reed Hollow. Someone screamed. Imagining tracks. Miguel froze in the bleak silence of the night. That scream, that low, deep scream from echo through his mind. Which way had it come from? The ball was quieter than any place he'd never met, and the darkness crept in the more fully, leaving Miguel alone and lost. Leaves rustled to his left, and shadows stole toward him from the right. Miguel's throat tightened. "Mr. Holmes," he squeaked, "is that you?" The sound stopped cold. Miguel strained his eyes and ears, but he could hear nothing with a faint moan. Was it human or just the wind? Not really to find out, Miguel shot off the opposite direction. Sweat built up under his heavy coat. "Mr. Holmes," he cried out, "where are—" Before he could finish, Miguel chipped into a depression in the board and twisted his ankle. He cried out in pain. A light flickered off the distance. Miguel crawled up the soft, mossy ground, his ankle throbbing. There was definitely something, or someone coming. He had to get out of there. After struggling into the flat ground, Miguel fell to his back and his ankle felt tight inside his boot. There was no way he could run or even walk back to the stable. He closed his eyes, afraid. Ouch! Someone shouts right over his good ankle. Oh, sorry, a boy holding a ladder said. What are you doing down here, sir? Twisting ankles, Miguel bored. Let me help you, he said, pulling Miguel to his feet. Why you the boss so late? Your long dark eyes looked very feeble. Odd Miguel thought before he said, searching for horse tracks. Sir, the boy asked it. Mr. Sherlock Holmes and I were searching for the evidence. The silver blaze might have run off the night of the traitor's murder. Why, sir, are the forces aboard anything? The boy said. I'm sure glad to assist you. No, Miguel said as he shook his head from side to side. He didn't rather kid hugging around like his sister. I shall manage as soon as I find Mr. Holmes. You are in no condition now to be more alone at night, the boy said, and I've got quite an imagination for such work. Imagination? Miguel asked. Have we met before? Once too many times, the boy laughing. Don't you recognize me? Miguel cocked his head and said, Teresa, is that you? Mr. Snapped. Teresa, Miguel stepped back. You're a boy, so, she said, to Dr. Watson, a smart man. How did you get out of here? Say it the way you did. You found the book. Thanks to you, she laughed. When I saw the magic happen, I ordered the book to follow you. Nothing happened, so I kept reading until I realized that I had to read the beginning of the story to get the words to swirl around. I can't believe you were spying on me. Miguel folded his arm and sat down. This book was supposed to only be his. Great Gallardo would want most of his great-grandchildren to have adventures in the books, don't you think? Teresa asked. Miguel shrugged. Now get up, she insisted. Silver-laced tracks have gone out to be here, somewhere. It's too dark, Miguel said. We never find them. Use your imagination, Dr. Watson, Teresa said. Besides, Holmes is missing, right? Miguel noted. If we don't hear it, they might not buy silver plates in time for the big race, she said. How do you know the horse competes in the big race? I read ahead in the story before I realized that I need to go back for the magic to happen. Happened on a certain page. Look at he had mysterious of his own to solve at home. Let's go, Miguel says. Teresa got a big branch of Miguel to use as a walking stick. Together with the light of a lantern, they searched the moor. Under some foot, Teresa saw footsteps plainly outlined in the soft earth. Miguel pulled out the horseshoe from his pocket and it pushed above into the tracks in the mud. You did it, Teresa, she smiled. Branches broken behind them, and Miguel turned his head slowly to see a group of people standing around, caught pulling by the horse. An older man walked toward Miguel. He held something very familiar in his hand, Sherlock Holmes' cap. Miguel's heart raced. Had they heard Mr. Holmes? He turned to grab Teresa when the man called out. He did not fear us, she shouted. Mr. Holmes is safe. Miguel let out his breath and held up the Teresa's lantern. There was Holmes, spread out on the cot. My dear Watson, I thought you disappeared, Miguel said, relieved, and he ran over to Holmes. No, my friend, these lovely people are sitting. When I injured myself out on the moor, they agreed to take me back to King's Island. Miguel looked at their smiling faces. He'd be afraid for no reason at all. Wait until you see, Miguel shouted. We found the tracks. We, Holmes asked. Well, my friend found the tracks. Miguel pointed to Teresa as she waved. I knew you could imagine the tracks. Now let's take the detour and see where they lead. Holmes said as the carriage headed west, with Miguel and Teresa guiding them. Track by track, the trail led to a mapped metal staple. Upon rising there, Hope said, "It is where we will find our beloved silver place." "The horse is here?" Miguel asked. "Oh, yes, I will discuss the matter with the owner," Hope says. "I'm sure he'll do whatever I wish." And now that we know the truth, the owner of the horse favored second in the race found silver place on the board. He disguised he and kept silver place here so he'd be out of the race, Teresa said. "Smart boy," said Hope, pointing at Teresa, who giggled. "Watson, you and your friend may head back to the King's Palace," said Hope. "Now that we're back on track." Miguel and Teresa said goodbye too, and at the first carriage to the King's Palace stable, and the cool air burst against Miguel's face, he closed his eyes. When he opened them, the familiar aroma of bread tickled his nose. "We're home," he said. "Here we are. Here we wait a minute." Teresa said. Hope said the story was back on track. But what would the rest of the case? Miguel questioned. "Who murdered the treasure and stole the horse?" "It's all here, my dear Watson," said Teresa as she taught the books to Miguel. "But how can we go into the book? That's magic book," Teresa said. "I think that only certain pages are magic and certain times," Teresa finished for him. "Yeah, we both read different pages and nothing happened. So I think we'll get open to the next story. The magic only happened on page 185. So if my theory is incorrect, then should be..." He carefully kept down the letter with his Teresa trailing behind. Miguel snatched his favorite from the wall. It said a tiny italic print that today was the 185th day of the year. "So that's how it worked," Teresa said. "Pretty good detective, Dr. Watson. Way to use the imagination to solve the case." "Yeah, thanks," he smiled at Teresa. "You're not so bad yourself. Solving mystery this summer with Teresa might actually be pretty fun."
Good job. Awesome. Click on the... Oh, yeah. Click on...
Đọc kỹ vào chứ sao cần để sai vậy?
You got all the stars.